Hi everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofelnergyprotection.com, and today I'm actually using my laptop as opposed to my cell phone, so it's a little bit of a new experience. Welcome everybody. I'm going to wait till a few more people get on, but I wanted to tell you that you might have noticed that I've been kind of absent from the scene this last week, and that's because there's so much going on and so many new things on board. It's absolutely just a fabulous time to be here and to be alive and to be manifesting and living our future now. And so there's been quite a lot of demand on my time. I do have some new things coming out for each and every one of you to participate, but I wanted to talk about the energies first and what is going on, everybody. It is June 16th, 2017, and we've just been through another huge energy shift and symptoms. There's a lot of people still having trouble sleeping. There's people with feelings of huge amounts of anxiety. There are folks that are feeling their gifts just opening up like never before and really coming into their own. There's also a lot of confusion around the spiritual gifts because sometimes we don't always realize what those are. I did start that spiritual level 1 class last week, and I've had a couple of other folks that say, hey, I really wanted to get in, but I missed it and wanted to take it live. So I did open the door just a peek. And it's going to be open until Monday afternoon, and you could go online to toolsofelnergyprotection.com and click on Spiritual Level 1 class and go ahead and secure your spot, because I will shut the door on Monday. So since you're a week, you'll be a week behind, but what I'm going to do is send you the material from the first week so you can get caught up and be ready for the Sunday that is coming up. So if you want to take advantage of that, like I said, I had a couple of people ask me, and if I sneak them in, then it's only fair that I open it up to sneak a few more people in. If you have any questions, let me know. Anyway, I hope you're having a great and wonderful start to your weekend. It's Father's Day weekend, and I've been thinking about the creator source of all, Abba Father, and what's happening in our relationship right now with Spirit, with the creator source of all. And again, what I'm seeing across the board is people are having trouble sleeping. They're either sleeping for little stints, or they're having all kinds of crazy dreams where people show up that they know and talk about different things. Other folks are feeling kind of an agitation feeling, and they're not really sure why, and they have a lot of anxiety. And that simply has to do with the fact that this is a calling. Right now, there is a huge shift going on in the universe. If you haven't caught on yet, hello! So what that looks like is there are two factions of energies going on. There is the light, and there is the darkness. And so in that faction of energy going on right now in the light and the dark, so far what's been happening is it's kind of been this race back and forth between the two over the years. And right now what's happening is the light is beginning to rise up higher than it ever has been before. There's some portals, there's some vortexes or some fields of energy that have been open to us in the 7th, 8th, and 9th level dimensions. And that means this beautiful divine energy is coming down and supporting people and lifting them up. So all of those of you that have divine gifts, clear knowing, clear sight, gift of prophecy, gift of healing, you are being called. We need you right now on board today. And I normally come on, I'm in lovey, and I have a very gentle voice, but the message is so clear. You've got to get yourself on board. If you have spiritual gifts, if you have clear knowing, if you have clear sight, if you have clear healing, stop hiding. We need you. Come out. If you don't take my spiritual level 1 class, that's okay. Go take another class. Get some training. Get yourself on board. If you don't, then the balance of the light and the dark, the darkness right now is starving. It needs to breathe and it's not getting the oxygen it normally gets because people are waking up. People are becoming more enlightened than they ever have before, and they're looking at the world scene and they're saying, what is this? This is not good for me. This is not what I signed up for. This is not the most divine that it ever could be. Well, actually, you're here on the planet now. You did sign up to be here. But there's fear everywhere. I mean, you turn on the news and right across the board there's fear, and this person's doing that wrong, and this person's doing this, and all kinds of mudslinging and name calling. And generally speaking, after the United States has a presidential election, right before that, you always see a lot of stuff going back and forth. And then after the presidential election, you'll usually see it settle out. And then you'll see people come and support whoever that president is and move things forward. And right now, that's not happening. And the reason for that is because of the race between the light and the dark. And I'm not saying that the president's light, and I'm not saying that the president's dark. What I'm telling you is that the energy on this planet right now, the divine creator source of all, and where we are in our beingness right now is that we are being called to the light. Period. We're being asked to shed the dark, and that's why a lot of you don't feel good. And again, like I said, I'm usually very loving and gentle and supportive, but today I'm going to get on my soapbox because it is time. It is time for you to wake up. If you have any spiritual gifts, whatever, if you have a light in your heart, if you're absorbing other people's energy, and right now you're recoiling, going, oh my gosh, I can't even watch the news, it's so horrible out there. You're spiritually sensitive, and you're a white blood cell, and you're here on this planet right now for a reason, to be a white blood cell. And for those of you that don't know, a white blood cell, when somebody gets cut, it's what rises to the top and forms the scab. It forms the ability for the body to heal itself. And that's what light workers are. We are the white blood cells of the planet. And right now, this darkness and this fear-mongering is up and down and up and down and up and down. And the light workers being called to the light. The 7th, 8th, and 9th dimensions opened up and sent down a whole bunch of energy to support us to rise up. And if you're not rising up, then you're probably feeling like this. You've got the jitters. You don't know what to do. You're anxious. You can't sleep. You're tossing and turning at night. You have frustration. You have anxiety. You have phobias. That's because there's a part of you that knows what you're supposed to be doing, and there's another part of you that's resisting. Stop resisting. Come on, get on board, okay? So I made it really, really super easy for everybody. What I used to do, and I'm still doing, is I'm writing on toolofenergyprotection.com. I'm writing a blog, and it says, here's the energy shift. Here's what's going on. Here's the scientific data. Here's what you might see in your average life. I will continue to do that. I do apologize I didn't get one out last week because I had 3 big projects that the boss told me I had to get busy on to help all of you who are not on board yet. So what I am doing is I'm going to continue to write the blog. But what I'm offering is called a group clearing, and I used to do these years ago where everybody get on the phone on a group call. Nobody knows who you are. It was just me, and I would connect into Spirit or Source, and then I would connect into each and every one of you. And after I would connect into you, then I would clear the energies for all the people that were in that group, you know, just the group. And everybody would feel uplifted, and their energies would shift. And it wasn't a one-to-one personal session, but they could feel the shift, or you will feel the shift. And so I haven't done those in a really long time. But right now, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and open up the doors, and I'm going to do those energy shifts. And not only am I going to do them, but the phone is great, but a lot of people like to see me one-to-one. They like to interact, and they like to see. So I secured a spot online that will be similar to this. And you'll come online, and I'll do the energy shift, and then we're going to talk about the shifting energies, which are the same things that are going to be in my articles. But you will get a chance to ask questions and find out what's happening and share how you feel. And I will choose a couple people on the call each time to work with specifically. And so that we can get everybody up to this higher level, and we can raise those energies up together, because again, what's happening is you have the dark and you have the light. And there's this race going on between the two of them. And the light is actually coming up higher vibrational than it ever has. And the dark is starving. It's choking. It can't get enough air. And if you've ever had anybody try to choke you or accidentally swallowed some food where you were choking, what did you do? Did you just lay down and go, oh, I'm going to die? That's it? No. You were gasping for air and trying to come back. And that's what the darkness is doing right now. The darkness is literally gasping for air, and it's doing everything it can to put fear into you and fear into me. So the things on the news are getting worse than they ever have been. The fear-mongering is going on 90 to nothing. If you look at the movies that are coming out, they're all about people hitting each other and people, bombs blowing up, and the good guys kill the bad guys. The bad guys try to kill the good guys. Killing, death, fear, mongering everywhere. And it is just getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And the news media is playing into that. And I'm sorry, news media, I hope they don't take this video off because I said that out loud. And like I said, I'm normally, just teaching people to love themselves from their heart. And in that love, it raises the vibration. And in that, I've been doing my job apparently, and other people like me have been doing our jobs. And so the love and the light is higher than it ever has been. The access to the love and the light is just bigger than it ever has been. But the dark is starving, and it's fighting back. And so what's needed, when I was in meditation last week, before I was going to write the energy shift update, which you might notice I didn't write, it was about loving ourselves and starting on this new journey, but we're being asked to write our lives. We're asked to take out a blank sheet of paper and literally write what it is that we desire, no matter what our past looks like. It's time to start anew. It's time to walk forward. You've been cleansed. Breathe that in a minute. You've been cleansed. And God's Spirit or Source is calling every one of you that's spiritually gifted, every single one. And I'm going to be real blunt. I don't want to hear, I can't afford it. I don't have the time. The time is now. August is coming, and there's a huge shift coming this August. Now, how that plays out in linear time, I don't know. But if not enough of you are in the light zone, then that will probably play out in the world scene, and things are going to get really unstable. And you're going to see lots more instability going on around the world. Then the next date after that is October. And again, I don't know how that's going to play out. August could go by and we could go blip and everybody go, oh, Deanna, you're a lunatic. I've said it before. So October is the next date that things can possibly go really, really wiggy. So my question to you is, where is your heart? Because your heart is your connection to the divine. That's what's going to navigate you. It's like being a bee or an ant with your little antennae. Is one of them bent? You don't have them both up? Did you slick them back? It's time for you to get busy, okay? So again, between now and Monday, the 19th, in case anybody's watching this after today, Monday the 19th of June, on toolsofenergyprotection.com, I have opened the Spiritual Level 1 class for registration until Monday. Yes, you will be a week behind, but it is so important for those of you that wanted to get in and delayed, and now you're being given a second chance. Don't blow it. Okay, I will send you the recordings and get you caught up for our next live class. If that's not comfortable for you, if you're just like, I'm not sure, but I might want to give it a try, that's fine. Go to toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on the, let me click on it myself so I make sure I give this to you right. It's the Energy Shift Inner Circle. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a live interaction video, kind of like this, only you'll be able to ask me questions. And I'm going to do a group clearing. That means that whatever energy the group has synergistically will be cleared simultaneously. You will feel lighter. You will feel more uplifted. You might be able to sleep again if you're having challenges with sleeping. And that's the idea of getting together and doing these. Like I said, I used to do them on the phone. People have said the phone was great, but they'd rather see me, so great. You come online, you'll see me, you'll just see me. You won't see anybody else in the group. And then I'll answer questions. We'll have a real-time discussion about the latest energy shifts. So whatever I posted on the website, if you have questions about it, we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the action steps going forward so that you can be uprighted, so that you can be that person of the light, so you can find out how to shield. And I will give you what I'm not giving on my blog. I will give you details about what's happening at that moment with the energy shifts, the real nitty-gritty details that I usually only share in my one-to-one appointments. But I can't do that so much anymore with my one-to-ones because I can only see 4 or 5 people in a day, and that's not enough. So I will still continue to see 4 or 5 people a day on my one-to-one sessions, but this energy inner group, not only are we going to clear everybody together, but we're going to talk about the nitty-gritty details that you otherwise wouldn't get unless you were in session with me. So if you have any questions, again, they'll be answered live. And I will also tell you how to make the most out of the energy. That's something else I don't really share on my blog, is I know what energies are coming, and when I harness them, I rise to the top faster than when I don't. And so we'll be talking about how to take advantage of that. So I hope that you will take a risk, and I hope you will join me. The price for the Inner Circle was $47 a month, but I have lowered it to $20 a month. Okay, that's how much that my desire is to connect and to help and to be of service. I'm attempting to make this affordable for everybody, and a circle will meet one time a month. One time a month. That's an hour approximately out of your month to get what you need so that you can walk forward, or what my desired outcome is that you desire. Sorry for the word need. But it's about giving you traction where you are right now and getting to know what's going on so you can connect with spirit or source, and you can find out what's happening at large in the world with the energy shifts, and you can get out there and be a white blood cell for everybody else. It's time. And like I said, normally I'm lovey and I'm huggy and I'm laughing and carrying on, but today you've got to get busy. If you're watching this video and you've watched into 17 minutes of it and invested that kind of time, you know I'm talking to you, okay? I would love it if you would join me, but if you have something else you're doing, if you're meditating, if you're praying, if you're going to church, if you're going to a Buddhist temple, whatever it is, make sure you stay plugged in. This is the time. So you have 3 opportunities to take advantage of working with me. One is going to be an energy clearing that's live, real time, get your questions answered. We'll talk about nitty-gritty detail. It's once a month. If you sign up before the end of Father's Day weekend, by Monday, close of business, it's going to be $20 a month. That's money to go to Starbucks. Okay? Then if you choose, you can sneak in and still get into my class if you would like. And that I'm going to also hold open the door until Monday, close of business. Otherwise, you'll have to get it in the replay. Sorry, it's just a very important time right now. It's important for those that are gifted to come out and to bring the light into the world. Where are we, right? The more light that we bring into this world, the less this hiccup of transition is going to be. So anyway, the third way to work with me is to do an hour session one-to-one. I have FaceTime, I have Skype, I have telephone. If you're in Denver, the good news is that I am in Denver on Thursday at For Heaven's Sakes Book. You can come see me in real time, one-to-one there. And I think it is the last Friday of the month, which is the 29th. I do have sessions that are discounted, but you have to come in person to see those. So anyways, it has been kind of a different broadcast for me. I hope it's received well. My desired outcome is that all the spiritually gifted and all the spiritually enlightened people will shed the darkness, that they'll take time to write out what they would like to see going forward and really open their hearts and turn on their antennae or their spidey senses, because you are loved, and the darkness is going to make you feel like you're not loved, and everything that could possibly pop up to keep you from walking forward will pop up. I've been there. I've done that. And I face every day. And obstacles sometimes get really great. And no, I don't lead a charmed life. Everybody says, oh, you lead such a charmed life. No. Yesterday, I lost the radiator in my vehicle. Right? Not happy. But it was a block. If I let myself get emotionally caught up in it and get all angry, I would have just been feeding the darkness. Darkness gets enough food. So with that, again, I hope this is received well. It's not my normal broadcast. If you want to see other broadcasts, you can look here in the Facebook feed or go to YouTube. If you go to toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on Contact and go down, there's a place to take you to the YouTube channel. You can check out my other videos where I am, lovey and huggy. But please, take a moment and really think about this. It is time. It's time for you to connect with God's Spirit or Source. It's time for you to shed the poop and walk forward, no matter what you're facing. I hope you have a great and wonderful Father's Day weekend. I love each and every one of you. Feel free to leave comments below or private message me. And we will see you next week.